So in the last class, we talked about NumPy array. So everybody now knows what NumPy array is. It is simply a numerical array. And can anybody tell me what is the difference between NumPy array and a list? Anybody? Is there any difference between NumPy array and a list? Yes. Anybody can say? I have to call the names then. Okay, Jack.
Sir, I don't think so. Like there is differences. Both are same, sir.
Sure. Jagjit Kaur. If someone asks you what is the difference between NumPy and this list, what will be your answer? You have gone, since you have gone through both, NumPy array and list. What will be your answer?
Yes, sir. NumPy arrays used to create the array from the list.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And what is list doing actually? From the list, we are also creating some array-like structure. Isn't it so?
Yes, sir. Arrays used to store the data in a continuous manner.
Yeah. Okay. That means arrays given arrays in Python are can be easily accessed. You say you want to see like this. They are stored.
Yes, sir.
They are stored in the contiguous location.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that we can say that can be the one difference between lists and array. So we say arrays are fast. Any other difference? Amritpal Singh. Amritpal Singh. Amritpal Singh. Make him absent. Himani Gupta.
He's facing some network issues, sir.
Yes, same thing.
Yes,
every day yours. Himani Gupta, tell me what is the difference between this array and in NumPy and the list in Python?
Sir, arrays basically they contain elements which are of same data type, and list can have different data types. Sir.
Prem Sankar, is it okay? Is it okay what she is saying? Do you agree with that?
Yes, sir. Like same type, or it comes in like indexed.
Can't we store different types of data in NumPy? You check it out, please. All of you.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Because you go to home and I don't know whether you go through this documentation or not.
So the list is like same like a Python of equivalent to an array now. So
see. In first cell, I have created an array from the list that contains both string as an integer. You can see that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So how come there is a difference then? The main difference between the NumPy array and the list is that list is included within the Python and NumPy is an external package. NumPy array is an external package. Okay, it is included in NumPy. Array is in the NumPy and list is within the Python. As simple as that. When you install a Python, you don't need to install a separate this list. But for working on NumPy, for working on arrays, you need to install this NumPy. You do not pip install NumPy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Have you done that? You install
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That means this NumPy is a third-party array. Third-party library.
Third-party library. Okay.
Yeah. This is a third-party library, and we don't have this included in this Python library. This is a third-party library and numerical Python. We say this, and this is equivalent to MATLAB. Have you ever seen that MATLAB? We usually do numerical computations. We are using that MATLAB.
statistical analysis.
Yeah. Same is the concern with NumPy. In NumPy, what we do, we create arrays, we do matrix multiplication. In MATLAB, the same thing was done.
Okay.
So we say that array belongs to NumPy and list belongs to Python itself. Is it okay? This is the main difference you have to say. Don't say that in array we store a homogeneous type of data, and in what you know as list we store an heterogeneous type of data. That is not possible. You see, I have in first cell I have used this. I have created an array that contains both string as well as integer. So the only difference is that array is from NumPy and list is from Python itself. Got it? So you know what is as array and as an array, that already we have discussed it. As an array and as array.
Yes, sir. Last class we have discussed. Sir.
Yeah, we have discussed these things. Now,
sir, one doubt, sir. Like,
sure.
Third-party library means like even SQL Alchemy also comes as a third-party library, no, sir?
Sorry.
SQL Alchemy.
Yeah. SQLite.
Django, Spark, Primate, everything will be also coming in.
Yeah. Suppose you have Pandas.
Oh yes, sir. Pandas. Yes, sir.
It is same thing like that. It is an external library.
Okay.
In order to use in Python, we first of all we install this.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Tell me when you have to use a list. Do you import that list in Python? You simply write what you write. You write L equal to. You write L equal to and like this. Is it okay? You don't need to import anything. You don't need to do anything. You simply tell Python that I am creating a list by giving this type of parenthesis. He can understand that this is a list. You don't need to do anything. This is like you are creating a simple data type. Okay.
Okay, sir.
But in order to create a NumPy, you have to import. If you have installed NumPy library in your this environment, the another thing you have to use, you have to import that NumPy. Okay, as like this. You cannot use this NumPy without importing the library. See, I have to import first. I am importing NumPy. I am writing import NumPy as NP. Then I can use now NP. What is this NP? This is aliasing to NumPy. There is no need to do aliasing. You can write simply import NumPy. And after that, instead of where I have put NP, you have to put NumPy. Okay. There is no need to write this. This is simply aliasing. What is we write import NumPy as NP. That means I am aliasing NumPy as NP. Aliasing. You can write something else. You can write FG, NPG. There is no hard and fast rule. See. And if I will see, you will see. Why? Because it has been. I have to change this FG. I'm sorry. This is GH. Is it okay? Is it working fine?
Yes, sir.
But the naming convention, we import NumPy, we alias NumPy as NP, so that in the later stage we can understand that this is an array of NumPy. So we write NP. Is it okay?
Okay, sir.
Now it is okay that this is an external library. This is not an inbuilt library within the Python itself. Got it? Everybody? Now you know the difference between any. I can pose another question because I don't like to be to keep you mom like this. Can anybody tell me what is an as an array? And okay, I will call them name. Nobody need to. Amritpal is online. No, still network issue. Okay. Jagjit Kaur, same. I will start with Jagjit Kaur. Jagjit Kaur, tell me what is the difference between as an array and as array.
Sir, in as array,
Yeah.
it uses the original list, and as an array also uses a original list, but it returns a subclass of ND array.
No, I don't think so. You, Manika, you are not speaking today. Tell me what is an difference between as an array and array.
Sir, I also thought the same, sir. As an array, it's the subclass of ND array.
Okay, then what is as an array? Himani Gupta, same thing. I don't think you go to home and you just read the documentation of these things. If I have told,
Sir, you are asking difference between array and numpy dot array and numpy dot as array, or as array and as any array, sir.
I am saying you difference between numpy dot as array, numpy dot as an array.
Sir, as any array, it cannot take take matrix because it is a subclass of array, sir. So it cannot convert that.
That means final thing is what we are good Himani Gupta. This is correct. You are saying correct, because finally what we are doing, we are creating an array. We have to create an array. We can create an array by using which function? By using array function. We can create an array by using as an function. We can create an array by using as array function. Is it okay? Now the difference between
Yes,
as array and as an array is that we cannot create an array of that type that will already be of array subclass by using as an array. What does that mean? Suppose I created a matrix. Matrix is a subclass of what is matrix? Matrix is a subclass of array class. If I want to, matrix is not an array. I have created a matrix, but we don't say here it is an array. Okay. So if I want to create an array from the matrix, I have to use either as array or array function. I cannot use as an array function. Got it?
Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
So what does that mean? That means that as an array, I use as an array only for creating the arrays that are not from the lists that are not the sub class of an array. Okay. Prem Shankar,
Yes, sir.
are you
Yes, sir.
getting?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Ask him. Yes, sir.
Yeah. You can any confusion you can ask it. Yeah, we have gone already through these things.
Okay, sir.
Now there is one thing. Suppose I am doing what I am doing. I am doing x equal to a. A is not defined. Okay, sorry. Therefore, I have to define the a. Now I am doing y equal to a. See what is happening here. What I am doing here, I am copying one array into another array. Is it like this? But what will happen when I am doing this statement? I will have a memory location, okay, somewhere in the memory where I have a. First of all, I have created an a of list that will be stored in a. Is it okay? Now, in the second cell, I wrote y equal to a. What does this mean? That means that the reference to a is copied into y. Not a second list is created, not a second array is created. It means that reference of a is copied into y. What does that mean? This means that if I will See, if I will write like this, y of 6, y of 0 equal to 9. Y of 0 equal to 9. What will happen? If we check A, the original array will get changed. Why?
Because first element reference is allocated to y, and in that allocated one
Memory location, because
9 is stored.
yeah. This means that because y and a are referring to the same memory location. Is it okay? Now, in this way, we are only copying the reference. Now, there is a concept in NumPy, we can copy an array. Okay, by using a copy here, like this. See. But I have done that.
We have set copy is equal to true, so it creates a copy, sir.
That means
Copy of A into
that
Z.
means another list will be created with the same contents as A, but at different location.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so how can you check out? We can check it out. This is an A. See, if we I want to change this. That is okay. Now I want to change this again. See, same contents. Both A and Z have same contents. Now, if I want to change the contents, I will change the content subset, suppose. So, see, or now I will check A. Okay. So in array we can give an argument. That argument if is known as copy, and if we keep that copy equal true, what that will do? That will create another copy of the array. Not a reference is copied. When we are doing like this, we are doing assignment here like this. Y equal to A. Here we are simply copying the reference. Okay, not the contents. Got it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So you can say now difference. What is see? There's another way. You can write like this also. You can write np.copy, and you can give that array as an argument. You just check it out. Can you we do this? You write an array f equal to np.copy. What will copy? We'll copy Z, suppose. Okay. We'll copy Z. Same thing happened. Now,
No,
see,
sir.
there's another way. You can simply write down. You don't need to keep an argument copy true within the array function. You can simply write the function copy. You can simply call the copy function of numpy array. Getting?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Listen, no, you can ask any question. There is no hard and fast rule. We have to give a class for 1 hour. We have to give a class for 2 hours. I can continue. That is not an issue. But the thing is, you should learn. Okay, whatever I am saying, you follow these things. No need to go here and there. But my only motive is that you should learn. See what will happen when I am using this. Why x of? We don't have x here defined. this is showing ID. This is the reference. See, different. If we will see here, what is this? A equal to, I have seen something like, yeah. Check. ID must be the same. The address or the reference. Suppose I am doing this. After that I am doing this. I will write ID of Y. Okay. Now I am writing ID of A. See. Same address.
Yes, sir. Same, sir.
Yeah, they both are pointing to the same. And if I will check here, there will be the totally two different addresses. Okay, no need to check again by using ID. Okay, you already done this copy ID, and I showed you. Okay, now there is another function in NumPy, that is from function. What is function known as? From function.
From function.
Yeah. What is this from function? We say from function is used to create an array from some function. Okay. It is simply a function that is used to create an array from some function. What does that mean? That means within the argument of a from function, we should have an argument. We give an argument as a function. That function will be from which we will create an array like this. I have used it, simply imported this. Okay, see here, I have used np.from function. From function is an NumPy function. Okay, so I have used np dot, and the argument within the function I have given it. What is this lambda? This is a function. You can.
Sir, function.
Yeah, this is an anonymous function. Because the function was small, so I write it with the help of lambda. If you have a big function, what you will do? You will give here name of the function. You have to define the function and you will give here a name of a function. And on that function, the matrix will be created. And see here, I have passed two arguments. One is the function name, anonymous function, and second is the data type. Okay. Now see what this function is doing. Anybody? What this function lambda is doing? Prem.
Sir, yes, sir.
What this function lambda is doing?
Sir, that is also an anonymous function, sir.
Yeah.
Like a number of arguments it can create.
Yeah, then I am saying I have defined a function. This is an anonymous function by using lambda. Now, can you tell me what this function is doing? Anybody? I have already.
Sir, it is creating a 3 by 3 array, sir, and it is checking that if I is equal to j, then it is printing true. Otherwise, it is printing false, sir.
That means what we are doing here. This function is taking two arguments. What are those arguments? I and j. Is it okay? And after that, it is checking. It is checking the condition if I is equal to j. Then obviously, if I will be equal to j, your answer will be.
True, sir.
True. So it is creating an so it is creating an array in which there will be two values, either true or follows, and wherever I equal to j, that will be the true. See. Cycle elements, na? See, here I is always equal to true. You can see the second function I have defined it. Tell me what will be the output of this. what it will do, this function, this function will do, please don't run this notebook without running. Tell me. Prem Sanskar. I have a, yeah, tell me what this function is doing.
It will be, sir, don't know, sir.
Don't know. Anybody? Simply we are creating a function. Yeah. Anybody? Yes or no?
Sir, it is multiplying the elements at I and j.
Yeah,
It
simple.
is multiplying I with j, sir. Yes.
And it will produce a 3x3 matrix. Okay.
Yes,
It is take.
yes,
It is
yes,
take. This function is also taking a. Please go through lambda. How lambda works. Okay. Everybody, I'm saying to everybody, please go how lambda works. How we create an anonymous functions. If we have a small function, we don't need to create a function and then call that function in Python. But instead of that, what we do? We create a lambda function. So you please work. See, what is it doing? It is simply multiplying I and j. You do the calculation and see. It's a you know iterable and iterable you know. Okay, so there's a next. First of all, I must tell you one thing, that the main function of the NumPy array is to create an array. It can create an array by many ways. We have different functions. We have array function. We usually use array function, but we have different functions. We have array function. We have as array function. We have as an array function. We have from functions. The ultimate goal is to create. What is the ultimate goal? The ultimate goal is to create an array. Okay?
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah. The ultimate goal is, and usually what you will be doing, you will be creating by using array function. But I think you should know these functions also. So I thought I will show you these functions are also available in NumPy. Now, we have another function that is an np.prom string. Function name is prom string. What does that prom string does? It creates an array from the string. What were we doing before? We are passing a function, we are passing a list. There is another concept that we can pass a string also. And from that string, we can create an array of that string elements. So how can we do that? So if we have to give string to an array, we can do like this. We can pass that string through form string function, and the next argument within the first argument within the form string we give the string, and second argument we give the separator. Okay, separator means how they are get separated. See, now we will check a so was see I created an array from the string. Is it okay? I don't give the list
yes,
here.
sir.
I simply gave the string and it created an array. You can do any permutations and combinations to see what separator we can use. Okay, so let me check if we will do like this. It might be showing error first. We'll check this. Okay, why this showed error? You can do any permutations and combinations, please. Little error. Why?
Just one doubt, sir.
Yeah, sure.
Sir, you were telling about the separator, no, sir. Normally, like by white, once we give a by default, once we give a white space, it is called as a separator, no, sir. If we give a by default itself.
Okay, you write like this. See here, this does
Same
not
size,
work.
no?
From within this from string, it does not work. So we have to give a separator.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Sir.
I told you only one thing. Do whatever permutations and combinations are possible. Do that. See if this is possible. If this is possible. See if that can work. That is possible. If that cannot work, that is not possible.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Is it okay? You can
Okay.
you can do any permutations and combination with this notebook. You
Okay.
see if you have any doubt, you go and check it out whether this will work or not. If no, it is okay.
Okay.
At least you will get some answer that this is not working. And instead of saying I have a doubt in my mind.
Okay.
Okay, got it.
Got it, sir. Got it, sir.
See what I have used here. There is another argument type in data type form string. I have already told you how to see that if you want to use form string function and you want to know what are the arguments, how you will do that.
So using D type, sir.
Oh, sorry. I want to know what are the arguments of this function. How can I do this? I don't know. I want to know. Because in Python, we say we don't need to learn anything because it is a good, it has a good documentation. So what I have to do? Shift
tab, shift like
tab.
Shift tab. Yes,
I write the function. I know the function. I will write that function and I will see what are this argument. See, first argument is always string. Okay.
Okay, sir.
And I have also told you if you want to know what does this function do? So how can you see that?
Same
By
shift tab, sir.
No. For that you write on tab.
Okay.
Sorry. That no. That is for that you have to see shift tab. Sorry.
Shift tab.
It's took yeah. And what for this tab? For tab, if you want to know what are the available functions within NP, you check it out. That was the reason I today decided to go for my GPU based system. But unfortunately, that could not work. From tomorrow, we will do that on that. You press the dot and you press tab, and you will see list of functions available. Okay, you
Yes,
see.
sir. Yes, sir.
Are you
Yes, sir.
getting?
Yes, sir.
You so someone is getting now. You write np dot and press the
NP.
tab and
Yes, sir.
yeah, see what are the available functions in np. So that means we don't need to remember in anything. If we are importing np, import numpy as np, what we'll do, we'll simply do np dot and we'll see the list of functions and the function which we need, we can use that. If we don't know the function of any function, still we can use that. We can write that function and we can press again shift tab and we will see what this function does. Okay. No need to remember anything. Only just focus on logic here in Python. Usually nowadays every language has these things. So see, now what I am here, I am creating an string from, I am creating a from string array, but here what is the separator? What separator I am saying? I am giving a separator as comma. Okay, now there is another way. There is another thing we can do in NumPy array. Suppose, see, in this cell, what I am doing, I am creating an array by passing a list. Okay. In the second x2, what I am doing here, I am passing, creating an array of the list. These things I am creating same thing I am doing. Okay.
Same thing, sir.
Yeah. See, here what I am doing, I am creating x3 and x4. all have the same dimensions. Now, what I want to do, I want to do the Cartesian product which you say. What does that mean? That I want to create an array that will contain ordered pair. That will contain ordered pair. Cartesian product, you know na? What is Cartesian product? In Cartesian product, always the first element of an ordered pair comes from the first set. Second element comes from the second set of an ordered pair. Likewise, third element comes from the third set, and fourth element comes from the fourth set. This becomes one ordered pair. Similarly, second ordered pair. That means second ordered pair will be 2D 1 1 1, and third order pair will be 3DD 3 3. Do you know what is ordered pair? Cartesian product. See, you can write this also. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I
Yes,
can
sir.
create. Yeah, I can create an ordered pair like this. See, first ordered pair 1A 1.1 1.2. Any question now? You have seen this data type A I4 B U3. Can anybody tell me what is this? See what is happening.
Set of all unique ordered pairs, sir.
Yeah, yes. See what is happening in from arrays. There's a function from arrays that creates this thing from arrays. Okay, that is present in records, and that is present in core class, that is present in NumPy. Okay, so we are writing np dot core dot records dot from arrays. So what this is doing, we are passing different arrays in the form of list within this function. Okay, and after that second argument we are giving names. What we are giving? Names. A will give this a name to first ordered pair will be given name as A, second ordered pair will be given name as B, third ordered pair will be given name as C, and fourth ordered pair will be given name as D. Is it okay?
Okay.
Now,
Yes, sir.
now see, now when I am this is showing me data type. This is showing that the first order pair, the first array, this is actually x1, A is x1, B is x2, C is x3, and D is x4. Now this is showing me that when this is I4, what does this mean? This means integer. What does means? This means this is an integer. You see, first array is of type integer. So tell me one thing, what does I4 specify? I have already showed you that. What is this I4? What is this I2? What is this I8?
Integer of size 4, integer of size 8.
Yeah, it is, I say, Little India, Big India concept. I say it is I32. Integer of size 32. Okay. Now, U3, what is this U3? Always you will see this U3. This is the representation for string data type. Okay. Whenever you will see something like U3 here, this will mean that this data type is a string. This is the representation for string data type. Okay.
Okay, sir.
And similarly, if F8 means that third one must contain the float. You see, an array X3 is containing float element, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
And X4 same thing. Okay. Now, you got the idea what is this from arrays doing?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good. You see what this cell is doing. First of all, I have already shown you what this is, creating a list, and you want to check the data type of that array. So how can you check? Simply you write type array. See, this is the way you can simply you write type array, which already we do. Now, second thing is that here, what is this? I am writing my pad. Actually, this is not my. This is an array. Okay, you don't please don't go confused with this, because why I have written this my matrix, because I have given a list within list. It is something like I have passed something like matrix, but in NumPy we have a separate function for generating this matrices. Okay, don't confuse yourself with by name. Okay, so what I am doing?
Sir.
Yeah, what I am doing, I am simply creating an array of list. See, and after that, what I am typing? I am typing the type of that array. What will be the output of the first line? What will be the output of the first line? Please.
NumPy.nd array, sir.
Good. It will. And what will be the second? What will be the leave second? What will be the output of the third line? Anybody? If you want to print the dimensions, how can you print that dimension? You give the array name dot ndim. You write simply array name dot number of dimensions ndim. Here array name is, what is the array name here? Here array name is mad, isn't it? We write a mad dot ndim. What this will give us? This will give us the number of. See, you are going to use these things in data analysis, please. So I have used these things here. If you want to know the number of dimensions of your data set, of your array, because see, whatever you will create in machine learning or deep learning, you have to convert that thing in array. You remember that thing, because neural networks or machine learning models don't work with the data that you supply. They what is machine learning model doing, or numerical neural network doing? What is that doing? That is actually what that is doing. That is doing computation with numbers, isn't it? So how can we give a number? That means we can give him a number by converting any data which we get to the NumPy, and after that we give to the neural network or any machine learning model. So these things you are going to do. So please see here. So if you have to check the dimensions. How can you check the dimensions? You simply write the NumPy and dot ndim. Okay.
Dot nd, sir.
Ndim. Yeah. You check the third line. I have written that ndim. I have written ndim. You check that.
Okay, sir.
That means the third line will give, what third line will give? This will give the number of dimensions. And if you want to know the size of this array, what you have to use? You have to use dot size. Array name dot size. And if you want to know the shape of this array, what you have to use? Array name dot shape. Okay.
Okay, sir.
There's another way that you can use to find the data type. You can use array name dot d type. Okay, just like you see in the type of array, you can use that array name dot d type. Yani ki, this means that this is the data type. Getting?
Yes,
Now you see the output. What does dimensions mean? You see the output. If you want to print the matrix, simply I printed the matrix. Third, first is numpy dot nd array. Is it okay? Second thing is what you are doing. Mat dot dim. Dimension of this matrix is 2. What does dimension specify? Anybody?
Matrix size dimension.
Size is the number of elements in matrix. When you want the size of an array, that is the number of elements in the array. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Oh, I am saying of dimensions. Second one is shape. Shape, you know, it is a 3 cross 3, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
One,
Yes, sir. 3 cross 3.
Now what is the dimension? Anybody? Anybody? This is an open question. Anybody can ask. Anybody can say.
So dimension simply means like if we talk in general terms, then it means that if it is two-dimensional, then it has two directions, like sir in like if we see in a plane system.
Good. I got your answer. That means we can plot this thing into two dimensions, X and Y. We can plot this matrix into. Is it this? Okay. Dimension is that. Dimension of this matrix. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Now, second, see. Now, see. What I have created, similar. You please see the dimensions of this matrix. Please see the dimensions of this matrix. How can we see the dimension? Are you following me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What I am doing, you execute the cell also. Okay. You shape and dimension. You please see the dimension. I am doing these things only because I want you to do permutations and combinations. Is it okay?
Matrix
Yes.
dimension is 2. Yes.
See. Okay.
Yes, sir. When we increase the number of brackets, then dimension gets increased, sir.
Dimension gets increased.
Increased. Okay.
We can go to any number of dimensions, but the thing is that we can only plot at most up to 3 dimensions. Isn't it okay?
Yes, sir. X, Y, Z.
Yeah. See, we'll see. Do permutation. We can go any number of dimensions, but in reality, what we do, we can plot only in 3 dimensions. Okay, now see here what I am doing, I am passing a tuple within this. I am creating an array from the tuple also. Isn't this a tuple?
Yes, sir. It's a tuple.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. You are getting. Now, see, there are 2 more functions in NumPy, that is arrange and line space. What is this arrange and line space? You must have seen the function range before this.
Yes, sir.
What
Yes,
does what does that do? Arrange, what does that do? Range, if we use a range, it will generate a list of numbers. See, Sorry. I can pause to the list. What is this function will do this? See, this will generate a list. Simple. This will generate a list from 1 to 3. Now, in NumPy, I have a function arrange instead of range that does the same thing. See, arrange. Yeah. What this will do? See, sorry. It's generated an array. Okay. Here, what is I can give like this. See, np dot arrange. Arrange, and after that I give the arguments 1, 4, same. See, it's doing the same thing. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Here we are generating list by using a range function, but when we have to generate an array, what we have to use? Arrange
Arrange.
function. Yeah, same thing. Here we can give what we can give. What is this? The third argument.
Step size.
This is the step size. So only 2 elements will be generated in this. Okay. Second thing is this. This is the first difference between range and arrange function is, what is the first difference between range and arrange function? By using range function, what we can do? You guys are getting bored. You tell me now.
No, sir. We are
No.
thinking, sir. We are just thinking, sir. Because
Okay, good. Because I want listen. I don't want to be that you can be bored. You just chill and you tell me what is. If anybody can ask you what is the difference between arrange and range, isn't so? So what we will say? The first difference that you saw. What is the difference? Anybody? Okay.
So range creates a list and a range creates an array, sir, of the range which we are giving to it.
Okay, but that means by arrange function, first thing is that arrange function is in NumPy. This is the first difference. Okay, so by arrange we can create an array, range of arrays, values in arrays. Okay, by list we can create a. Second thing, can anybody tell me? See, I will show you one thing. Please don't run this thing and first tell me what this will do. Okay, 4.5. Okay, I am giving now the float point numbers within as an argument to the range function. So what will happen? See. Okay, array. We got an array. Is it okay? This is the second difference. Okay.
Sir.
Second difference. Second difference. What is the second difference? Second difference is that we cannot give floating point data as an argument to range function. Okay. An arrange function we can give. That is not an issue. This is the main difference. I must say. Okay.
okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
We can give you check it out for step size. Can we give this is an assignment for you? Can we give this What is that known as? Can we give a negative sign as a? Chalo, I will check it out. You know why I chose this class after this 5 p.m. because I was knowing that after in class 3, what you say, sir, we have a class waiting we have another class waiting. So I thought it is better you will give all the classes, then there will be only my class. NP dot range, and I will give 2, 3, 2, 9, comma I will give -1. See what will happen. Sorry. What you people are doing? This is proverb, ancient. This is ancient proverb that do as Romans do. I wrote NP dot range and you you accepted that. Okay. Why is it give me? It should give what it should give. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, 2 -1. What is that? So if I will put like this, -1, and I will see range. NP dot range. I'll see what will happen. I already told you do number of permutations and commutations. Why is it going me here? So I have to change the value. Work it out. Why this is giving me this one thing? Oh, sorry. -1. Is it okay? We can also do we can do step size like this also. Now,
Okay.
now I can use list of range. I'll see what will happen. I think this will also work. Okay, this will also work. Okay, the main difference is that it does not take a floating point list arrange. Sorry, range function does not take a floating point argument. So from now you will be saying this. Now there is a second function that is line space. What is that line space doing? This is similar to C.
Different, like giving like a separator, same like separator, sir.
No. I can say this is similar to arrange function, but the difference is that we will see what is the difference. It is present in NP. We will write NP space. Okay. Then I give n, 5. See, it is showing me what is this showing? Line space. Am I right? Let's see.
Sir, it should be LIN only.
Okay, line space. Okay.
LIN space.
Okay, thank you. See what happened. It produced evenly spaced numbers between 1 and 5. If I will use like this, see what is the difference? Range, okay, sorry, arrange. NP dot. See what it does. It produces an evenly spaced numbers between 1 and 5. And when we use a range function, what it does? What it does? Anybody? See, come on. Suppose I am using 1, 5 here. I am using 1, 5. I am giving arguments. I am giving line space 1, 5. What line space 1, 5? What is it giving? It is giving a number between 1 to 5.
1 to 5. Yes, sir.
Yeah, you know there is a infinite numbers of between numbers between two numbers. You know that infinite numbers.
Yes, sir. Yes.
This is the rule of mathematics that we say there are two infinite numbers of between two numbers. So, if we want to join evenly spaced numbers between two numbers, what we'll use that? Line space. And if how many numbers we have to generate? I am already saying you that is between two numbers there are infinite numbers. Suppose you want to generate 50 numbers. See. Suppose you want to generate two numbers. Sorry, 2, we will go for 4. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Suppose we want to go generate 100 numbers. You can generate, no issue. Okay. In your lower classes, you must have read about this, that in between two numbers, we only read that in between two numbers there are infinite numbers. So we can check here. You can give 1,000 numbers. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So there's another concept in NumPy, that is matrix creation. We can create matrix. There are defined functions in NumPy, that is if we want to create a zero matrices. What is that zero matrices mean? A matrix that contains zero all its elements. Is it okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So
Zero.
what we will write? We will write MP dot zeros. In the same way, if I want to create, these are the dimensions, 3 cross 4, 5. These are the dimensions. We are giving in dimensions. See, okay. These are the dimensions. 3, 4 matrix 0 cross matrix will be created. 0 matrix will be created. There is another function, that is if we want to create ones function matrix. What does ones do? See, it will contain all ones. See. See what this I am doing here. See, I am creating a matrix of ones, but I am adding 1 to each point. Sorry, 5 to each location. You can do like this also. Okay, there is no please you go through this MPT. This is MPT for this. What is this MPT doing? Can anybody tell me? This is not creating an MPT. If anybody will tell you what this MPT function is doing in my NumPy, np dot, is it creating an MPT? This what is that known as? MPT matrix. See, name is confusing, isn't so? When we write np.mpt, we are assuming that it will create an MPT matrix, isn't? No, it does not does this thing. What it does, it creates a matrix of random numbers. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yes.
You see, this question usually is being asked why is what MPT function is doing. We usually go as the name suggests. But this is not the case. In NumPy, when we use an MPT, this is generally we use it for creating a random matrix. Random elements will be created in will be generated within the matrix. Okay. now
Okay, sir.
now that is numpy dot I. What is this I function used? Have you ever heard what is identity matrix? Is the identity.
Diagonal
Yeah.
elements are ones.
What is the property? Can anybody tell me what is the property of this identity matrix? Why this is known as identity matrix? We have identity elements. We have identity elements also, isn't so?
Yes, sir.
Here in matrix we have identity matrix also. Can anybody tell me what is the reason? What is identity matrix? You say, sir, in identity matrix, all diagonal elements are one. Okay.
Yes.
But but there must be this property of this matrix. There's a special property. Please go through this.
Okay.
See you. Okay, you. I showed you this linspace, but I don't show. Okay. Tell me what is this doing? This function is doing. I'm passing two arguments to generate numbers between 2.0 and 3.0. And how many numbers it is going to generate? How many numbers it is going to generate? It's going to generate five numbers. Five numbers. But see, what I'm doing here, by default, if you write like this, sorry. If you write this, see. Okay, I have already done that. See, what is when I am generating five numbers between 2 and 3, what is it doing?
The 3 is included in that, but when we are specifying endpoint false, then 3. Yes.
Yeah. That means by default endpoint is included. Okay, it is as good as we can write. We will write like this: endpoint equal to true. See. Okay. Now, if I will write falsc false. See. Endpoint is not included. So you tell me what is the function of this. You don't remember. You don't need to remember anything. You only need to remember what this function does. Rest arguments you will see you can do by your own. Is it okay?
Okay, sir.
You please tell me what this is doing. You do one thing.
Okay.
You add 2 to 0.125 and you will see what will the result. See, the next value is 2.125. Isn't so?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So what is this giving? When we say this is equal to red step equal true, this is giving us a step size.
Incrementing the value, each value, it is incrementing each value by 0.125, sir.
That means where we are keeping red step equal true, this also gives us a step size. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
If I will keep this as
Yes,
false, see, by default it is not giving a step size. Okay. So if I will give this as a step size, it will show me how the step size I have used.
Yes, sir. It is showing the step size also, that what size it has incremented the value by.
Good. Okay, got you. So now you can use this is log space. Okay, this will what this there's another function that is log space. Okay. Logarithmic values are generated. It's the same as linspace, but here what logarithmic values are generated. You know the logarithmic value of? By default, what is the log? It is by 10 base 10.
Base 10, yes, yes.
Tell me, anybody is from mathematics ground or okay, I'm not going to discuss this. Sure, okay, it is okay. Sure. So we are going to hear diagonal matrix and all that. So from now, this is it okay for today? Tomorrow we will be finishing this NumPy.
Okay.
Is it okay? Okay.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Any confusion, you can tell me. Any question, you can ask me. Any question, please. I'm saying you do one thing, go and see the any number of permutations and combinations, and tomorrow come up with the questions, please. Okay, sir. Okay, this is the you see, I'm always telling you, this is not that I'm your teacher and you are my students.